Hello, 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 peeps. It is Dominique on RadioKair, and this is Party Time with Dom. Whoop, whoop. I consider this the best part of the day. Why? Because you get to hang out with me. You guys, I just want to let you know that if this is your first time tuning in, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because they're going to have a great time hanging out with your girl, Dom. Now, as you guys already know, Party Time with Dom is basically, I talk about events that happen in the HKA area because, you know, every time I come into the building, it's a party going on. And that's what I love. So you guys know who I am, what I'm about. I co-own In-House Chefs, working with one of the greatest chefs in the world that I know. I might be biased, but I also am founder of the Phoenix Journey, which is a nonprofit that's very near and dear to my heart. But nonetheless, we are hanging out, and guess who I'm hanging out with, y'all?
Stop it.
This is none other than Jennifer St. Julian Wooden. If you have not had the pleasure of meeting her, you're kind of like not with it. Let me tell you why. She works for the city of Humble. She is the director of the Civic Center, Rodeo Arena, Senior Activity Center, Rec Building, and Bender Theater. Whew. I just want you to know that's a mouthful, and I had to practice that a lot. So, but again, I don't have to do all the work. She obviously does. And what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be learning today, is everything that what she does and more. And we're going to have a great time with it. But again, you guys, I always tell you, as always, you definitely want to stay tuned in to this station, this RadioKair, right here on YouTube, because you want to know what's going on in our area. We love our area. We love the HKA area. We are, we love to go to the events. We love to do fun things. And like I said, when I'm in the building, it's a party.
It's a party.
And every one of my guests, and I'm going to tell Miss Jennifer, I tell everybody, when you are a guest, I call you a party starter. Let me tell you why I call you a party starter. I don't call you a guest. I call you a party starter. Why? Because you also know where the party is as well. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Agreed.
I'm trying to be like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because if I don't get told what events is going on, then I can't go.
That's right.
So,
got it.
That's what we're here doing. And so you guys right now, I want you guys to stay tuned because we're going to have to go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get into it. Again, my name is Dominique. This is Party Time with Dom on RadioKair. We'll be right back. Hey guys. Hey, it is Dominique on RadioKair, and this is Party Time with Dom. I told you guys already before that I have been sitting and hanging out with Jennifer St. Julian Wooden. I just love saying that. Can we just talk about that for a second?
Let's do it.
That I really do enjoy saying your name.
Why is that?
It's just has a very sense of elegance.
Well, I will say that there is a branding when it comes to your name. And so if my name is associated with elegance and bringing the party, I'm with it.
I love that. Okay. Jennifer St. Julian Wood. I just kind of want to say it all the time like that. Jennifer St. Julian Wood. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to call you Jen for short because we're friends. But so anyway, okay. So one, I really want to know a little bit more about you. I know a lot, but I need them to know a lot too. So how long have you been living in this area?
Okay. I have lived in this area for 19 years.
Okay.
And I can easily remember that because my youngest son was newborn when we moved here, and he's 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Y'all,
and you happen to know him.
I do. And you have the most gorgeous children. I know this is not about your kids right now.
It's not.
But I do think that they're beautiful people, and
they're part of the story.
They are part of the story,
yeah.
And I have favorites. But I will not say them because I don't want them to be watching.
You can say them. I can't say them.
No, you cannot. You have a favorite?
No, I don't.
No, how many kids do you have?
I have 5 kids.
Yes.
And I don't have a favorite. Some are easier to parent than others. Mm-hmm. Some like to hang out with me more, but don't have a favorite.
But you don't have a favorite.
But you love your kids differently. The way that you raise them is different. And so I'm a strong proponent of like, they don't all have to have the same thing. They don't all get equal time. You parent each kid differently. And so, I think that's the real of it.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is party time with Dom, but we really could have a parenting session all day. And I'm okay with that because, it's hard out here for some of these parents that are parenting preteen. Yours, by the way, can we just mention all of your children are adults?
They are.
So you are really, I didn't say on an easier,
No. It's
frame.
just different.
Just
so
different.
yeah, when you're an empty nester, it's just that you parent different. It's a different stage of parenting, right?
Yes.
And it's not that there's no longer problems. There are then adult issues that you're dealing with, and you're talking to just adults, right? When they call. I will say that they're pretty cool kids. I would hang out with them if they weren't mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So ask me, will I hang out with, the 12-year-old?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not yet.
I don't know. You're right.
Hey, I've
I
heard
don't know.
no, I will say this. I've heard kids say, I hate my mom, or I'm like, no, there's a point where they hate
No.
you too. They probably don't like you at this point either. And that is a stage you go through, but it's okay. Because you love them in the end. You get past that stage or that chapter, and then it's good.
Baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pray for me, everybody. Because, the 12-year-old gives me the blues. I mean, the 8-year-old does too sometimes. But,
It's a different blues.
it's different blues.
It is.
So, but I absolutely adore your children. I've had very much the pleasure of knowing pretty much all of them, like through their different stages, and they are absolutely amazing. I do miss Mikhail, though. Can I just say, shout out to Mikhail, just because he works for In-House Chefs. So sometimes, again, he's a close favorite right now.
That's right.
Today,
Yeah.
today he is, because it is coming to the holidays, y'all. So, nonetheless, but as far as
Fuzz in my mouth.
that's okay. It's just live. It's okay. Yeah, but I will say this: as long as you have had, you've had 5 children. How do you manage? Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. How do you do it all?
Okay, so my background is in health and wellness management. My focus was in marketing, and I always promoted balance. I am not the best at balance, but it's what I'm always pursuing.
Okay.
And I remembered having a very real conversation with my youngest daughter, and she said, sometimes I would get frustrated. And then she said, just different stages in life. And she said, I realize that you're a girl, you're a woman, and you are dealing with womanly things. And it's what we all deal with as girls and women, right?
Yes.
And there was so much grace that she offered at that moment. Because in the same way that we get frustrated with our kids, they get frustrated with us.
Yes.
And at that moment, she's like, you are a girl and a woman who is striving for balance. You have 5 kids. You have a big role in work and relationships and friends.
Yeah.
You're a daughter, a mother, or a friend. And she's like, at that moment, she's like, I need to offer grace. There's no room for complaint because they too are now trying to find balance.
Yes.
Whether it's career or friendships or relationships. And I loved that. Like, I will always remember that. And when we are talking, I feel like we're approaching conversations very differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, very differently. So I think that it's balanced. There are times where I, am fully engrossed in work for many, many hours a day.
Yeah.
And there are times where I pull back and say, this is specifically for my kids or specifically for my fiance. And, and we go in hard. We work hard, we party hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that motto. Work hard, party hard.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. And so, I would like to say I work harder, but I party as well. You know what I mean? Because, we love to have a good time.
Yeah, and there's no guilt in that.
There's
right?
there's no guilt in that, for sure.
And I will say this, that along with pursuing balance, like something that I am very intentional about in the city of Humble, and my role is allowing my staff work-life balance in creative ways. And so that's something I'm pretty intentional about because I feel like when there is a better work-life balance, when they come to work, they're ready. They are 100 when they come. And so they're not worn out. I really don't believe in like putting these things in a seat for 8 hours. Yeah, that's not the most productive way. So we have creative ways of promoting work-life balance within my department. And when everybody comes, the morale is great and the creativity is good, productivity is up, sales are up. And so, it's all good.
And I would absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
That your staff always seemed really, they're just good. Like they're always, they're great in general. But like they are very pleasant to work with and they're pleasant when they're at work. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where I've never seen that. And I've actually just realized that.
Individually, they're incredible people.
Yes.
But on task, they're incredible. Their
Yes.
customer service is second to none.
Yes.
And I feel like they go the extra mile. And so,
Yes.
I feel like I've been blessed with an incredible staff. Yeah.
Totally agree.
And most of them there before me.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of your job?
I think the diversity of what I get to program. And so, with there being 5 parts or 5 buildings, they're staffing and programming for 5 different, sections or segments. So primarily for the Civic Center. So for many of you who don't know, we would love for the Civic Center and the Bender Theater to be the place that you look before you go outside of the HKA area, right?
Yep.
I personally was guilty before I worked for the city. I always went to the city of Houston for everything, to dine, to play, to go to concerts. Like, we always went into the city. And so now I get to boast of all the great things we have. And so we probably have hundreds of events at the Civic Center, but I'll tell you what's coming up.
Yes. Okay. Well, we're going to come back to that.
Okay.
We're going to come back to that.
Okay.
So, you guys, I'm just having a great time. But I want you guys to go ahead and make sure you guys are like, share, and subscribe. Comment. We love it. It's all great. But we are going to be right back in just a short few minutes. Because this is Party Time with Dom on RadioKair. Alrighty, y'all. We are back. We are hanging out still with Jennifer St. Julian Wooden. I just love saying that. It's my favorite thing. I know it seems crazy, but
That's okay.
Jennifer St. Julian Wooden. I mean, I could do it without the Wooden too. I mean, just Julian,
St. Julian on its
St.
own.
Julian is just solid. By
Can I
itself.
just do an aside?
Okay.
As women, and I talk about branding, did you know guys can have the same branding their entire lives? And
very
with
true.
our names, it kind of tells a story of the path.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just saying. But that's a different podcast for a different day.
That is very different. But you
It is.
never know. Hey. All right.
I can come back to that one.
Yep. Okay, so we just left off. So I've been interviewing Jennifer, and she works for the city of Humble. And if you guys are just joining us, and she is the director of 5 different buildings. Again, one of them is the Civic Center, Rodeo Arena, Senior Activities Center, Rec Building, and none other than the Bender Theater. Now, many of you probably have been to one or more of these venues and was there for an event. You guys may not know that Jennifer was behind every single one of them. She's the mystery person behind it all. And so now we were talking about what some of your favorite things are. You said that was your favorite part of your job, what you do.
The diversity of programming, yes.
Diversity of programming.
Yes.
So tell me about some of those programs that are either consistent, one-offs that you just love. What do you do every year?
Sure. Okay, so the Humble Civic Center is home to so many annual events.
Yes.
So one that this area probably knows, the Humble Rodeo and Cook-Off and Rodeo. That's January, the end of January going into February, coming up. Okay. That's every year. It packs the entire property. That's something that most people probably already know.
Yes.
And we do have hundreds of events, public events, but the ones that are coming up right now. So we just had the F5 Festival, which is the Fen Fur Feather Food Festival. It's an oil and gas
Hold on.
sponsored. Fen Fur Feather Food Festival. That is at the
It's
arena. It brought 5,500 people to Humble.
Shut your face.
From all over Texas and Louisiana, oil and gas companies that compete. It's basically a party in every tent. And people come from all over to this festival. That was just this past Thursday. Yes.
Shut up.
Yes. Also this past weekend, we had the Houston Gem and Mineral Show, which I think has been at the Civic Center for about 20 years.
Okay.
And it's gemstones and rocks of all sorts. And people come from all over the country to present. What I most enjoyed about that event is I actually heard people educating the customers on the fossils or the rocks or the gemstones. And
really cool.
So my boss actually said, I was surprised that the parking lot was packed for 3 days, but people come from all over Houston to the Houston Gem and Mineral Show.
Wow.
So about 4 to 6 times a year, we have a gun show.
Yeah.
Coming up, we have a holiday market. So we have 2 every year. The Kingwood Women's Club does a holiday market in October.
Yeah.
So that's at the start of the holidays. And then every start of December, we have a holiday market that's called Home for the Holidays.
Okay, so that's coming up then.
December 1st.
Okay.
Yes. 1st, 2nd, something like that.
Okay.
Maybe 2nd through the 3rd.
Okay, make a plan
Home for
for it.
Holidays market, right. Mothers Against Cancer does a huge fundraiser every year at the Civic Center, which is also coming up December 1st.
Yep.
In the Pink, which is a fundraiser for Project Mammogram for people who cannot afford mammograms or
Yes.
treatment. That was just, their home is now at the Civic Center, and I'm so thrilled to have them.
That is amazing. We just
Yes.
had Megan on the
Did
show.
you?
Yes, a few weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
And
I
was
didn't-
freaking amazing.
I didn't realize the extent of what they offer.
Yeah.
And so that my mom is a breast cancer survivor. That's really close to my heart. So I am thrilled that they have finally made their home the Civic Center.
I love that.
Yes.
I think it's amazing.
Let's see what else we have coming up. Gun shows. It's also the home to the Houston Barbecue Festival every April.
Oh, we love barbecue.
Yes, it was formerly at NRG for many years, and they've now been at the Civic Center for about 5 years. Yeah,
Really?
and that is home. That's home now. Yeah, I know. Really cool.
Jeez.
So that's a handful of things that we have.
Yes.
But like I said, hundreds of events that are public events. Before I worked for the city of Humble, I would literally come for college night, and that's it. And I
Yeah.
didn't know all that was going on. So it's a challenge for me to make sure that people are knowing what's happening
Yes.
right here. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's at the Civic Center alone, and I can talk about the Bender Theater.
Yes.
The Bender Theater is in Old Humble. It was the old Humble High School built in 1929. And in 2015.
It's gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah, 2015. Well, at some point it was high school, middle school admin building acquired by the city of Humble from the school district.
Yeah.
A $4 million renovation and is purposed as a fully functioning performing arts theater.
Well, $4 million can make a lot of things
Make a thing
sparkle.
happen, right?
Yes, it
is
sure
a
can.
stunning building. I will say this, and I don't know how intentional they knew how to do this, but artists come from around the world and they stand on stage and they almost don't need a mic. The acoustics in the place are
Very
incredible.
accurate.
Yeah.
Very accurate.
Yes. So we actually have artists from all over the world. And we have a full season. And so this Saturday, we have the David Caceres Orchestra. He happens to be local.
Yeah.
It's definitely big band style, getting dressed up,
Yeah.
getting a little doozied up. Last night, I definitely heard somebody say that they were coming in a tuxedo. So this is opening our holiday season. We have a show this weekend. We
Yes.
have a show in December. So I generally present once or twice a month.
Yeah.
And the other weekends, there are shows that are produced by other people, like
Right.
the CYT of Houston, which is children's theater.
Yes.
Maybe.
We always promote CYT
Yes.
anytime we can, just
Yeah.
to promote the local schools around that are doing some kind of event there.
Right,
for sure.
right. So that's always a big hit. Their shows are always a big hit. We do lots of blues shows. I will
Yes.
generally bring in 1 or 2 professional ballet companies throughout the year, and I will try to do at least 2 shows of classical
Yeah.
music as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you have a heart for the arts.
I do have a heart for
I
the
know,
arts. Yes.
I know. I know. So I think that those are amazing. And so and now those are also both Civic Center and the Bender are available. Bender Theater is available for renting.
For rental as well, yes.
Rental. So
Yes.
that other people can
Absolutely.
post their own event.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I will talk. This is not an event.
Yeah.
There is something pretty big just around the corner. So we have the senior activity program is part of my department.
Yes.
We have a coordinator who does all the programming for that. I won't claim that. And her name is Madi. She's incredible with all the seniors. During COVID, we demolished the old building, which was a couple of lots over from the library.
Right.
And they've been operating out of the Civic Center. But Mayor Funderburk, it has been on his heart to just really serve the seniors of Humble.
Yeah.
And we are building a $5 million facility just next door to the library. So, yes. So it is about
Oh, you know that's gonna sparkle even bigger than-
yeah, 50% in, and it's a stunning building. Very forward thinking in the design. BRW Architects out of College Station and Kingwood designed the building. It was a delight to work with them, and it should be finished about April or May of 24.
That is
Yeah.
fantastic.
With programming, I mean, everything from like bridge and bunco and bingo to like self-defense classes, aerobics classes, chair volleyball. The coordinator for the senior program is very innovative. And so when she learns something new, she implements it. And it's not a place of like, I think some senior centers feel like they're on the edge of death.
Yeah.
This feels like wellness. It feels like community. People are there to make new friends. And so that is something that we are super proud of in the city.
I absolutely love
So 55 and up, you can participate at no charge.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, gang. All right. So we're still hanging out with Jennifer St. Julian Wooden, but I'm not kidding. I am just learning new stuff, and I've lived here for so long. So nonetheless, and we get sometimes visitors, y'all, that will stick their head in, and John. See. They want to be part of the show, but they can't. So, because they're not as cool as me and her, because we're party starters. But nonetheless, we are going to be right back. Give us a minute. You guys keep it locked here on Radio KAIR. It's Party Time with Dom. Hey, gang. We are still back, and I'm still hanging out with Jennifer St. Julian Wooden, and who works for the city of Humble. We've been having a time. Honestly, if y'all could hear the conversations that we talk about when we're not on air.
Not all of them.
No, we're not going to let them know because it's just too much. So, but
again, a different kind of podcast.
That is Sorry, wait. That is very true. It is a very, Okay, well, moving on. We'll move forward. Yes. So, tell me what's going on with the city of Humble right now.
Yes.
What's new? What is something that we can all look forward to?
Okay, so let me just say, before I worked for the city, and I live in the Atascocita area, so my address says Humble.
Yes.
And I was like, I live in Humble, but Humble itself, Humble proper is just 10 square miles.
Yeah.
And so the different parts of Lake Houston, which is what we've branded it, we have Kingwood, there's Atascocita, there's a Summerwood, Fall Creek area, back around to Humble. But in the 10 square miles of the city of Humble, we've not been great about bragging about what we're good at, right? Mm-hmm. And so I've been tasked with the Reimagine Humble campaign. So we had the Texas Downtown Association to come and visit for 2 days. They gave us a 24-page assessment of their recommendations on what we could do better in Humble. And the thing is that I would have people come to my office regularly from the area and say, this is what I think you guys should do. And why don't you guys do this? And I know that you're doing this, but how about this? And we hadn't had like the synergy of coming together. So that assessment was incredible because it pulled all the city leaders together.
Yeah.
And what they highly recommended was that we do a merchants group so that the city and residents and property owners had to understand that it wasn't the city government that was responsible for change alone.
Yeah.
And so the merchants group, we have a solid maybe 25.
Yeah.
And they are merchants, property owners, and residents within the city of Humble that come. We kind of meet together as a think tank and a dream team.
Wow.
And it's been about 4 months, and we meet once a month.
Yeah.
And so we had to decide what those priorities were. And what this did was it helped to manage expectations. Mm-hmm. So those people who are like, we want a brand new this, and we want these big restaurants on Main Street, like it manages it because it's like, well, you're the property owner. Mm-hmm. And so you're partly responsible for bringing in investors as well as we're attracting them as well.
Yeah.
So the priorities right now are that we're doing an inventory list because it wasn't widely known what properties are available.
Yeah.
For instance, I think that there is an apartment available on Main Street above one of the businesses. I was just in Nacogdoches at a conference, met lots of property owners who had residential above their business. And so we are doing an inventory list of available properties, either for a business investment or residential. And then we ask, what else do you want? Like, what else do you want? And so it's about boasting about what is local artists, local food, local events, right? Yeah. I mean, they're the big box stores, which are great, right? Yeah. And we are glad to have those.
Absolutely.
But awesome. The local is what we are wanting to brag about. Yeah. So, for instance, just across the street, right, and the next block is Green Oaks Tavern.
Sure is.
Live music 6 nights a week. I love popping in on a Thursday. And, I mean, I don't know, any night of the week, really. But they just have amazing...
I mean, they have really great drinks, can I just say?
They have great drinks.
Just want to make that
Yes, they do have really good drinks. And they have amazing artists from all over the country who...
Yeah, they do.
they are just so tied in to the blues scene that people pop in and just will play one night, you know?
Yes.
So Green Oaks Tavern. I personally love Yummy Tummy Bakery. It's my favorite. And so those are things, and there are a lot. I'm not going to name all of the businesses that we're promoting.
Right.
But it's promoting local.
Yeah.
And then it was also about green spaces. And so within this budget, the city of Humble has budgeted for the design of a green space next to the Bender Theater. It's been my baby and my dream for several years. And so we're having it designed this year. We will have it materialize in the next budget. 24-25 budget, but it'll be a green space, much like a City Place in Spring, but with an arts theme.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a cultural arts theme to the green space. So green space is another thing. We are redesigning Uptown Park, which is a pocket park here in Humble, just next door.
Yes.
And
it's fabulous.
Yeah. And then one of the last items on the list is that everybody was like, we need Instagrammable spaces. We need murals. And that's something that we lack here in the city, but it's something that's highly desired. Mm-hmm. And so that was also budgeted for the city, but along with the city budgeting for one, and we are choosing an artist and choosing a design for that mural. We had about 5 property owners who offered their walls. They were like, "We want a mural, and we'll give you our wall." And so
I've never seen that.
Here's the deal: we're offering
on my walls.
Yeah, I know. I just said who would be willing, and 5 people raised their hand, gave me the address. We're like, So we're looking for grants. And wanting to partner with some with grant money, property owner money, and we're going to choose some artists to do some really cool murals here. Yeah. Oh, and I guess one of the other things, this is more on the event side, but we're doing a quarterly market, farmers market, also on Main Street.
Thank the Lord.
I know. But, so
I've been waiting for a farmer's market.
Yeah, it's right here on Main Street.
Somebody heard my heart.
Yeah, so that's
amazing.
It's quarterly. We are loving it. It's your neighborhood farmer's market that's doing the farmer's market. They bring about 45 vendors.
Yes.
Fresh veggies that are seasonal, and we are thrilled to have that here. And then Music on Main, which is also, that's... aside from like the really cold winter months, it's every second Friday of the month. Yeah. And it's a live band, food trucks, and car show.
And when is that again?
It starts in April and runs all the way through October.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 2 more.
Yes. No,
As I'm talking, they just keep coming.
Yes,
look,
she's
we
full of
have the
events.
annual Christmas parade in Humble.
Yes.
So that's December 5th.
Yes.
That brings thousands of people to Main Street, and it is the first Tuesday of December every year. It's random. It's on a Tuesday, but we love it.
It is on a first Tuesday. Yes. I love that. I think for me as a parent in this area, I love because there's kids that are involved in it. You've got the schools. I know that they march too. Yeah. And so I think I'm pretty positive my daughter's in it, but nonetheless,
you'll find out.
I know soon. Yes, because they'll tell me, at that last minute. Oops. But so I think that that's fantastic, and I just love that part of the community is that you guys involve everybody. There's not.
We really do.
I personally would say there's nothing that you said that did not give every single category of people something to do.
Yeah.
So it's that's why when I first opened up, I said, I'm telling y'all, one of y'all have all done something in
here
this
in the
area,
city.
in the city, at one of your venues or property that you manage.
So one of the challenges has been that we haven't had a centered area for marketing.
Yeah.
And so we now have Visit Humble social media, and we are currently designing the Visit Humble website. And so that is one of my works too. I'm super excited about. But yeah, Visit Humble is on Instagram. Visit Humble is on Facebook, and we will then have visithumbletexas.com, visithumble.com, both of those. And that should launch within the next 5 weeks.
Okay. Visithumble.com. Y'all better look for it.
Yeah.
Y'all better be taking notes, y'all.
Yeah. And so there's all of the events. And so we'll have the events that are sponsored by the city, but then also local events that are maybe at Ingenious or Green Oaks Tavern, or there's a local bookstore on Main Street that I learned about just by strolling.
There's a local bookstore.
Yeah, it's a Black-owned bookstore on Main Street. Yeah.
So we find out new stuff every day on Party Time with Dom.
That's
I
right.
tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that. Hey, you guys, I'm going to take one last little break, and then we're going to close out. But thank you so much for just being here.
Thank you for having me.
But we're going to come back real quick because I want to make sure that everybody knows how to get a hold of you and how to look up all of the great things
Absolutely.
that you've got going on.
Sure.
So again, y'all just keep it locked right here. Again, like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll be right back on Radio KAIR, and it's Party Time with Dom. Hey gang, I'm back. It's Dominique and it's Party Time with Dom. I've been still hanging out with Jennifer St. Julian Wooden. I just love saying it like that. I know it's super weird, but you know, I like it. And so we are just finishing up. She's been hanging out with me all morning and I just love having you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. Yeah. I've learned so much myself. I'm very excited. I'm about to go home to my family, and we're going to talk about all the things that we're going to be hanging out.
Love it.
So I want to make sure I reiterate the two events that I'm most excited about for right now.
Right.
You know, because it's coming up. Is we've got the holiday
market at the Civic Center, December 2nd and 3rd.
2nd and 3rd.
Yes.
All right. That's Friday, Saturday.
Sunday.
Saturday,
Sunday. Yes.
You're right. Saturday, Sunday. Y'all mark it down. Don't be there on Friday because they're not gonna be there.
They'll be setting up. You can't come in.
Yeah, don't unless you're gonna help. She said
December 2nd through 3rd.
She said,
that's it. Yeah.
She said don't come in. December 2nd and 3rd. Please be there. Mm-hmm. All right, and then we've also got that Tuesday, so that's the Saturday and Sunday. Then take a day off on Monday because they're gonna tear down, and then Tuesday
on Main Street.
In Humble is going to be the holiday parade.
6:30. But come early because there's thousands of people who are looking for a spot.
Hold on, are we going to have food?
There's not food at the parade. You eat before you come.
You can't eat before you come?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, now, there is a reception, but it's...
No, got it. Mm. But can I come get a drink?
There's annual tree lighting in Uptown Park.
Okay.
That is that same night.
Okay.
There's hot chocolate, but you eat before you come.
Okay. Yeah. Eat before I come. Yeah. Can I bring my own?
Absolutely.
That's I just want to know.
Your Yeti, you do what you want to do.
She said, do what you want to do.
And your Yeti.
I'm going to do what I want to do, and that is bring my Yeti. I sure am. And I'm going to be there to celebrate and, cheer on all the children.
That's
and
right.
do all their thing and watch all the lights. Okay, so wonderful. Now, how do I go forward and find out more about the events in the future, especially coming first time of the year?
So in this short segment, we can only talk about so many events.
Yes.
But to stay in the know, go to Facebook and Instagram, Visit Humble.
You
can find everything that we do. It's either my department or in any local event will be on Visit Humble.
Okay. Yeah. Visit Humble, y'all. Y'all better make sure y'all keep it locked on that because that is exactly where you want to be. So I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you came here and hung out with me. Thank you so much. Will you come back and visit me?
Thank you for having me. Absolutely, I will.
You gonna come back and visit me? Okay, because I really want to get you on I do this once a month, and it is drinks of the day.
Oh.
So drinks of the month. So
we have several we can share.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
several I can share.
You can come on because I had one last month. It was Sherry Huber. You know her?
Yes, I do.
She came and she brought a drink that had smoke and everything.
Oh, yes, those are fun.
Yes. So I need you to come up with a drink.
Well, in between time, I will tell you what I'm drinking today.
Okay, tell me what you're drinking today.
I'm drinking parsley water.
Just what?
Parsley water. It's not a cocktail, but I'm drinking parsley water.
Okay,
I raised my kids on it.
Yes.
You blend the fresh parsley. Parsley has so many benefits to the body. And I know it's garnished on your plate at Papa's or whatever. You blend it and then you strain it. So my sister would sometimes say, I'm going to do with my kids what my sister's doing with her kids. She made her kids drink it unstrained. Strain it. You blend it, strain it, and it's such a refreshing drink. But that's not what we're going to talk about on the cocktail day. Okay. But that's for today. That's what I'm drinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Parsley water. Yeah.
All right. Well, on healthy day, we're going to do parsley water. Parsley water. But on the other days, we're going
to bring some of our signatures. We're going to bring some.
Yeah. So, just, think about your favorite.
No.
So then, I'm going to be the taste tester, y'all. Anyway,
can't wait.
Yes, so it's going to be a fun time. Anyway, thank you so much. It is Jennifer St. Julian Wooden with the City of Humble. You guys, the woman does it all. She's got 5 kids and 5 properties that she managed. So, Director of Civic Center, Rodeo Arena, Senior Activity Center, Rec Building, and the Bender Theater. Y'all, make sure you guys go to socials on Facebook, Instagram, Visit Humble.
Yeah.
Make sure you keep it locked there. But I can't wait to see you in the December events that we've just mentioned. We've got the holiday and the holiday market and the parade. So I'm very excited about it. Thank y'all so much. Love you. And It has been a great day, y'all. All right, y'all.
Party time with Dom.
Party
Love
time
it.
with Dom. Radio KAIR. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.